welcome back to another episode of The Mind of Reese. Let's get this party started. We are talking about why 100K months feels unsafe, even when maybe you're already at like the 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K months area. So if you're meeting me here, meet me here. I'm so excited. Sit down, tits up, ass out, let's go. So the crazy thing is like why 100K months feel really unsafe, even if you're already at like a higher income month. Now, this could mean for any of you when you're feeling whatever high cash months that you're like trying to attain, but it still feels unsafe, even though you're like, ooh, if I just double, if I just triple this, it could just get there, right? Like we know we're meant to get there. We're high level humans. We know, we understand that like it's an identity shift, it's a somatic shift, it's a strategic shift in the way that we move in our businesses for us to create those scalable cash months, right? So the crazy thing is that the biggest threat to your next level income isn't lack of strategy. It's not the amount of people you have in your audience. It's not even your offer. It's honestly the reason why 100K feels so unsafe, even when you might be already at like the 40, 50, 60K month mark. It's that quiet, sneaky thought that slips through your nervous system when you say, this is okay. Yeah, this is okay, right? Why is this is okay? Why is that so fucking lethal? That phrase seems like really, really harmless. It seems like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it's okay. This is okay, right? Yeah, this is okay. Like when you hit a 20K month, yeah, this is okay. You hit a 10K month, you're like, oh, this is okay. All good. So this phrase seems easy, right? Seems harmless, but in your psyche, it's actually quite harmful and quite deadly, because the moment your brain hears, this is okay, it doesn't just register as neutral, it registers as mission complete. And the second it does that, the drive for expansion shuts off. So if your identity is wired around being the person who makes good money, let's say you make 10K, 20K, 30K months, then your body isn't coded for overflow. It's coded for protection. So every time you hit a 30K month, your system says, bills are paid, lifestyle is covered, we're safe. And that's when your nervous system shifts into maintenance mode, not expansion mode. So instead of innovating, you maintain. Instead of stretching, you relax back. Instead of moving into overflow, you orbit the same baseline. So what happens when you push past that line? Now imagine that you were like, I'm making 30K months. This is my baseline. We're good. This is awesome. I'm living my lifestyle. It works. And then we hit, let's say like a 40K day. You hit a 40K day, right? Logically, it should feel fucking incredible. Most people will be like, yeah, we're in a 40K day, right? But your body, your soma, sends fire alarms. Like chest tightens, like your jaw starts to clench, your breath gets really, really shallow, because anything beyond the baseline is an overflow to your body, to your nervous system. It's a threat. That's why high-level entrepreneurs hit 40K, 50K, 70K months and then unconsciously pull back. And they stop showing up online, they procrastinate launches, they ghost their audience. And even worse, they do other things as well, where it's like, oh, what happens when we might not even procrastinate the launches, we might not even not stop showing up online, we might not even ghost our audience, but what happens is that we have arguments with our partners. We snap at our kids. We snap at our animals. We snap at people down the street. We start honking at people. It's not because we're not like grateful for it. We just don't have a havingness meter within our bodies that can hold it, because their body doesn't yet know how to hold that amount. So the subconscious equation becomes, 20K, I'm in survival mode. 30K, I'm safe. 50K is a stretch, but not too crazy. 100K is a fantasy overload. Anything above your survival line feels like a ground disappearing underneath you. So the psyche versus the soma. So the psyche is the mind, right? The psyche is always writing an identity story. I'm someone who survives at 20K. I'm someone who's comfortable holding 30K months. So when 40K days drop, your psyche registers it as an upgrade and it registers it as a glitch. So anytime you hit a high cash month and you're like, oh my gosh, I mean, has it ever happened to you? Where you're all of a sudden, you're like, I'm making consistent money. This feels so fucking good. And then it goes like super high and you're like, holy shit, this is amazing. But that feels like a glitch in the matrix. It doesn't feel like it's natural and normal. It doesn't feel boring. Right? Like a 20K month day, you're like, oh, I'm a 20K month. You're like, oh, that I do every month. I do that every month. I do 30Ks. I do that every month. 40Ks. I do that every month. No big deal. But then all of a sudden it goes to like a 40K day and you're like, holy shit, this is amazing. Your adrenaline spikes, our cortisol levels go like, oh shit, what do we do? How do we keep it? How do we hold this? That's what it means to hold it. It's like, how do I keep this momentum? And most people go into overdrive, overwork. Then they start stressing out. They're like, oh my God, it doesn't match. I don't know if it's like the identity doesn't match from the person that was making and can hold 30K, 40K, 20K months to the person that had a 40K day and it's just like, oh shit, it doesn't match. So the soma, the body, your body isn't tracking numbers. Your body is only tracking sensation. 20K is steady breath. 30K, it's exhale, relief. We did it. We made it. 40K plus days. Like let's say you hit 100K after you've been making 30K months over and over and over, and you hit 100K month. The adrenaline spike, the heart rate rises, the shallow breath, and your soma translates expansion as too much charge. And because your body's number one job is to survive, it's survival, it will always choose familiarity over abundance because it doesn't attribute heart spiking, adrenaline racing, and all of this stuff as abundance. It sees it as, oh fuck, we gotta move. We gotta get away from this. Too much. So how this shows up in your life and business, this is why people sabotage right after their biggest wins. Like, again, I think I said this earlier. It's like you may still show up in your business, but your life starts to unravel. You're snapping at your kids. You're picking fights with your partner. You're waking up at 3 a.m. Like your brain is racing through anxiety. Like, what are we going to do next today? Because the moment overflow hits, your nervous system doesn't see it as a gift. It sees it as something they now have to maintain. So you tighten your grip and you overthink the launches and you delay sending the email and you spend money erratically or you over deliver to justify the money. Oof. Who feels me? Who fucking feels me on this? You don't even realize that you're sabotaging. Like you don't even realize that you don't even mean to be pulling you back into your baseline. It's not even that you're sabotaging. It's that you're just being pulled back into a baseline of comfort. And this isn't because you're weak or because you don't know the strategy. It's because your soma, your body is screaming, we don't know how to hold this. We don't know how to hold this level. It's too much. It's like, we're not trying to go on roller coasters all day, every day, bro. Like, I want to go on a roller coaster once. Yay, fun. And then I'm not, or maybe for a day, but I'm not going on roller coasters every fucking day. The body cannot handle that kind of adrenaline. But you go on a roller coaster over and over and over and over and over again, it starts to normalize. You're no longer like freaking out at the top. You're like, okay, this gets to be okay. That's where it starts to be normal. So it's like, the funny thing is that we actually have to continue on. Now, here's the kicker. This is going to blow your fucking mind. And the reason why it's so funny because I feel like I'm like, this is going to make all the nervous system girlies and identity shifting girlies so mad at me. But here's the kicker, okay? Your nervous system isn't sabotaging you. It's protecting the identity you taught it to guard, okay? And you might know this. So it's like every identity you've ever worn, right? Artist, coach, parent, overachiever, 100K earner, $1 million earner, rebel, misfit, art, whatever it is, was created as a nervous system strategy. Okay, it's not bad, it's not wrong, but the nervous system strategy to create an identity, right, to create the psyche is a way to feel in control after chaos. So the psyche gets created, like a psyche split, it gets created, it starts to split into different identities, into different parts. We call this parts work. When we go through an experience that we can't handle in the moment. So we can't experience the whole experience. It freaks us out, freaks the nervous system out. So what happens is that we try to protect ourselves. So our psyche starts to split. It goes to protector. It goes into like the very like nurtured, sad, like the one that feels unloved, and then there's all these different parts of us, right? And we have these all different like little identities, and we have the ones that we've added in there. We've have the ones that are like, I am the rebel, I am the tattoo artist, I am woman, I am this, and I am that, and it's like all of these identities are here, and all these identities lock you into survival. And they don't mean to, because oftentimes people are like, all you need to do is shift your identity, go from one identity to another identity, get rid of the old identity, go into the new identity, integrate the old identity into the new identity, blah, 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 identity. Which is why you don't, this is the whole thing, is that you don't shift into $1 million identity or a millionaire identity. You don't need to merge with a CEO identity. You don't need to normalize 100K months. People are going to fucking hate me for this. You don't need to normalize 100K months. You don't need to normalize it. When you scale from the seat of self, and this is what we're doing in Psycho 22, we start on fucking Monday, 22 days of PsychoSomatix. You're not going to want to fucking miss it. It's going to change the game for scaling for you, to change the game of scaling. Why? Because this game is fucking different. You see, instead of building new identities, we drop beneath any of the identities altogether. Because at the seat of self, you aren't merging with or rejecting any part of the psyche. I don't need to merge with CEO self or artist self or $1 million self or normalized overflow. You sit in pure awareness, the consciousness before identity. Identities then become a playful costume and not cages. You get to wear them. The ego loves to wear different hats. Oh my gosh, I'm so great and I'm so amazing. That's the reason why you can act like a million different people every time you take a move. You're like, oh, I moved to a new city. Who do I want to be? Right? It's like, who do I want to be? I get to wear identities as costumes. Like when you go out on a date with a person, you're like, oh, okay, how do I want to act? What am I going to do? We all have these strategies of identities that we need to be in order to get the man, or get the sale or get the thing or whatever. And that gets to be cool. But when you're sitting at the seat of self, from here, overflow doesn't need to be normalized because it's already the baseline. Because nothing threatens you anymore. I am unbothered. There's no identity to sabotage, to defend, or collapse. Scaling stops being about becoming someone else, and it starts being about expressing from who you already are. Now, this isn't about erasing the psyche. It's about unmerging from it. It's about unmerging from this idea that 20K months is the baseline, that 30K months is the stretch, that 50K months is like the stretch, the 40K day, oh my God, I can't handle this, all this stuff. It's because what happens is that even for people that are high-level people, and I've worked with people that have made 6 figures, 6+ figures, 7 figures, and they all do this one thing. And this is how they actually accidentally don't even mean to create this income ceiling. When you're seated at the seat of self, there's no identity for a ceiling to be created over. Did I just blow your motherfucking mind? You are already an overflow incarnate. You just haven't touched into it. And if you think that this is some woo-woo ass shit, it's science, bitch. It ain't. Because we're not trying to erase the psyches. We're not trying to get rid of any identities. You can add all the identities you want. You just got to understand that none of them are you. And when we understand this part of things, when you truly begin to understand how to unmerge from the part of you that believes you are this, and this, I am this, and this, I am all the sum of these parts, and you unmerge with that and you understand this is a part of it. This is the body I'm working with. Sure, I've got ADHD. Sure, I've got this. Sure, this body has these things, but I am also not that. I get to work with those things. Holy shit. So different. Fear, shame, control shows up. You don't exile it. You don't let it hijack you either. You hold it from the seat of self. You're watching yourself have the drama. You're watching yourself make it mean something about you. You hit a 40K day. Oh my goodness. You had a 100K month. Oh my goodness. We don't even act like that. It's oh no, this is, you know what? Of course. So you wonder why all of the people, that you probably look up to are doing this. And you're like, how are they making $1 million months? How are they doing $1 million, weeks? How are they doing XYZ, this or that? It's because they've cracked the code on an identity, which they are not merging with. They get to have fun with. And they are very open to risk. So the thing is that the reason why we create identities is to control risk. We control risk. And as we get to new identities, as we scale and grow in our businesses, we jump into another identity that can hold a bigger risk. We're like, yeah, another one and another one, another one, another one. And you don't even realize that you're actually going slow by doing it this way. It's incremental, right? It's linear. I just got to get to the next identity, next identity. You want a quantum fucking leap. You are absolutely welcome to have identities. They're fun. It's like wearing fucking cute clothes. One day I want to be a punk rocker. The next day I want to be a fucking rich bitch in my linen era. Like, don't get me wrong. I love my linen era. Another day I want to be in my bathing suit and my wetsuit, fucking rolling down the street looking like a motherfucking crazy ass badass surfer when, I'm okay. You know what I mean? So it's like, these are the things that we're doing. We're cracking the code of understanding that identities get to be fun costumes that we get to wear. That it doesn't mean that any of them are me, but then yet all of them are me. The paradox in that, right? So instead of climbing the ladder of identities, you drop into the ground floor of the self where overflow already fucking lives, baby. So the real block to 100K months isn't your strategy. It's that your nervous system is coded in all of these identities that protect it for survival, instead of allowing ourselves to release the control, which is the scariest thing of all for the nervous system, because the nervous system is built for control, is to release the control and understand that underneath that is the overflow. And this is where Psycho 22 comes in. This is 22 days of psychosomatic scaling methodology to recalibrate your soma. Not even to recalibrate, but to unmerge from the identities that you've strapped yourself to. It's the scariest, probably the biggest, scariest, fastest way to scale your business, fastest way to scale your next level, because we are unmerging from the identities. We don't need to shift into a new one. We unmerge from it. And then we expand the capacity to hold overflow. Why? Because we're expanding our capacity to let go of control. And when we realize that life be life in is the best thing for us, we'll never scale from survival and not from identity. We end up scaling from the seat of self. The crazy thing is the biggest, it's like, this gets to be the best motherfucking feeling and the best, newest way revolutionary way to scaling your business. If you're watching this, go ahead and click the link in the show notes. You'll find it there. I will see you guys in Psycho 22. But that's it for today's episode. I love you. Mean it. Bye-bye now.